You need to find something else, man. You out. Ma'am, listen, let me school you men and you women that are watching this. The the levels of mate selection. The 7 levels of mate qualifications. All men should take notes on this one. When you meet a person, you got to decide where you're going to put them. This is going to make your dating life easier. Because there's not all women are bad, not all women are good. And some women are sleepable with, some women are not. Not all women are worth fornicating with. So the 7 levels of mate selection. Number 1, she does not qualify. She don't qualify. She don't qualify for your attention, no conversation, no nothing. Now, be that as it may, this person is an attractive woman, but in my standard, you don't even qualify. But there might be a place for you other than that. But I'm just going to tell you now, you don't qualify for no relationship. You don't. So let me see if there's something else that I could do for you. Oh, service provider. Service provider. Yeah, there's something that you could do. And I'm willing to get you out of my hair for a fee. I'm not paying you for access to you. I just want you to get out of here as quickly as possible. So you can provide a service, maybe a maid. See, I was thinking sexually, huh? Now, I'm not talking about sexually. I can put you to work. You can clean my house and get out. You can prepare my meals and leave. You might be able to drop a little bit of leg and get out. You're a service provider. And thus, you probably have already provided these services, judging from your past. And thus, I'm going to keep you there. What you're not going to do is switch from being a service provider and then being a mate to qualify. No. But if, in fact, that's beneath you, you're not willing to leave at an appropriate time, well, then you can be practice. You can be practice. Typically, if you are a single mother, older woman, yes, there's not going to be any requirements for relationship because at this point of your life, you haven't been able to get anybody to qualify for that at your life. So if you're 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, no, you're not going to get me to take you out to dates and dinners and shit like that because you haven't been able to accomplish that at this point. Why are you putting these qualifications on me? Nah. But I can use you as practice. All right. And yes, a condom will be used. If you don't like to be practiced, then I can make you a part of my harem or my concubine. You can be a concubine. Concubine's not a negative thing. People misconstrue what a concubine is. I've been schooling you. Concubines are kept women. Kept women that many times take slightly less precedent than your wife. So I can have a wife and concubines. In fact, in the Bible, that many men have had many wives and many concubines. Concubines aren't prostitutes. They're not 304s. These women are kept away from other men via the support system that I provide. So again, it's not like a service provider, but I'm supporting you, but also you're been required to keep yourself away from other men. And I will shelter you away from that. I might move you in. I might move you into a castle at the top. I might have you protected by armed guards. I might monitor who comes and goes in your house, wherever it's the Weed, Tyrone, and Pookie. All right, I got to give you a support system to protect you away from others so that I can use you as needed. I can use you as needed. And so, concubine material. Single mothers typically can't qualify for this because they could be distracted. And many times the single mother's father, the baby father, has still privileges with her. And so her loyalty is split between me supporting her and her going to him based on the loyalty that she's at. So I can't concubine her. So she's got to go in somewhere between practice and service provider. Now, if that doesn't happen, you can be a regular. It's not like practice, but I can meet you. Like practice is like once or twice a year. Regular, I see you every Monday. Do you want to be Miss Monday Night? I'll see you every Monday. Pencil me in. It is going to be our thing, and we'll check in Sunday night. Are we still on for tomorrow? Yes, we are. All right, you're my regular. Sometimes we might grab a meal. Sometimes we might go see a movie, but many times we don't have time for that. You'll just be Miss Monday Night. Are you willing to be that? No? Okay, well, that's okay. The next category is a pretender. You're pretending. You're pretending. You're not really a contender. And this woman is a pretender. Okay? Because the last level is the contender. This person is contending for the ring, contending for my last name, contending to be under the guidance and the leadership of one and only CGA. Yes, you're a contender. And that because based on how you treated yourself, I will treat you as such. So you're a contender. But if not, you're a pretender. Hey, I'm good. This person's a pretender. I have value. I'm worth it. And all of this, but her past and everything she has, all the bags that she's carrying, certifies her as a pretender. She's not good quality enough for the top tier men that she's asking for because she has just too much baggage. So that she's saying I'm a good woman and I have this and that, but yeah, you're a good you're a good person, but you'll never contend for this ring. You'll never contend for this lifestyle. You'll never contend to be part of my life, but you can be a regular, you can be practice, you can provide a service, or you can be a part of this concubine, or you cannot qualify. You can literally disqualify yourself and say, hey, I'm disqualifying myself from qualifying for you. And I will say, thank you. You did me a favor. All right. Because I was going to disqualify you anyway. But if it makes you feel better, disqualify me. Okay. But you wasn't going to be a contender anyway. Okay. So think about this. When you're doing this, you go outside. This gives you salami discipline. This gives you salami discipline because when you go outside, if you don't know how to categorize these things, what you'll do is every woman's worth fornication. And that's not true. Right? This rich ninja salami, I just don't throw that thing around. Okay. I have too much to lose by messing with people who don't have anything to lose. All right. So you got nothing to lose. I have everything to lose. That's an unfair advantage. All right. For me. All right. I don't want to lose everything. I've done it before. It's not worth it. He said, you can't fire me. I quit. But at this particular point, I can go out and have salami discipline by saying most women don't qualify. Most women don't deserve this. And they can say, well, you don't deserve me. Well, good. You just made it easier for me. All right. This is easier. And most of the time, the people that say that jump in a raggedy ass car with they brakes squealing and they back brakes lights don't working with they engine leaking oil. All right. And their gas needle on E. All right. And so I say, well, listen, you wasn't going to qualify anyway. So you just disqualified yourself because you know you wasn't going to get Nathan from a ninja like me. All right. But it is what it is. And then they jump in there with their 2 baby car seats in the back. Indeed. All right. They jump in there with their 2 baby car seats in the back. And I was like, man, you didn't even have a chance anyway. But, you know, if it makes you feel better. All right. Hiding a car from the repo man. It happens to the best of them.